Welcome back to Every Fashion and Style. In today's class, we're going to learn how to make this simple puff sleeve without elastic. Okay, it's a puff sleeve, but we're not going to use elastic to gather it. It's a very simple tutorial and it's beginner friendly. This is something you like to learn. Kindly stay tuned to the end of this tutorial. Thank you. Okay, so for this off shoulder sleeve, I'm working with the straight cut method. I'm not going to be working with a flare. Depending on how puffy you want it to be, you cut the width of your fabric. I don't want this to be too puffy, so I'm just working with a fabric of about 30 inches. Okay, I have 32 inches here. The width is 32 inches, and then the total length of this is around 15 inches. So you can see I have 32 inches by 15 inches. So you need each of these for the sleeve. You need 32 inches by 15 for the right sleeve and 32 by 15 for the left. So if you want it bigger, you just need to increase the 32 inches width. So now I'm just going to put this on fold to shape it, and the only shaping we are doing here is just on the armhole area. So you can just bring the outfit that you are making this for, and then you use the armhole area to shape out the sleeve that you're working with. Okay, so just like this, you can see how I'm placing it, and then I'm marking that spot out. I hope you can see it. So after marking it out, I'm going to cut it, and that's going to be the armhole area of it. So that's the only cutting I'm doing. The only thing is here I'm going to detach the two sleeves. Remember, I folded my fabric together. So now opening, now this is what it looks like. This is the upper part and this is the lower part. You can go ahead and just fold this and pass your elastic, and do the same thing on this hem and pass your elastic, and your puff sleeve is ready. But for me, I want it to have like a band on the shoulder area. So for the band, I have cut out this piece of fabric. The fabric is about 2.5 inches in width. Okay, so by the time I fold it to sew, I'll have 2 inches, and then the length on fold is whatever it is that you remove from your off shoulder when you're drafting your off shoulder. So for tentatively, I have 6.5 inches here, but I'm still going to shape it because it's not going to sit well like this if it's just straight. So now to shape it again, I'm going to, on this fold, remember it's folded. Okay, this fold point is where it's going to sit on your shoulder, this fold point. So to shape it so that it can relax well on the armhole, I'm going to just place my armhole on it like this, so that it can give me that curve, just a little bit of curve there. So after placing it like that, I'm going to shape it out. So when you shape it out, the measurement that you are going to have on the part that's going to rest on your shoulder is going to reduce. You can see that's the fold point now. It has reduced to about 5.25, and then here is still 6 inches. So this now is going to be the band that I'm going to sew this to. I'm not going to be working with elastic for this sleeve at all. So this is the band I'm going to sew this to, just like this, to gather it. Like I said, I'm not working with elastic because sometimes I don't like, if it's too tight, it gives, I just don't like how it feels on the skin sometimes. So what I'm going to use to gather this to my actual sleeve measurement is my off shoulder sleeve. I have drafted my off shoulder sleeve. As you can see, this is my actual regular off shoulder sleeve size. So that is what I'm going to use to control all of this. You can see that it is bigger than what we have. So for a start, I'm going to go ahead and gather the hem to fit into this hem that I have. So after gathering it, I'm going to flip it and then gather it on this as well. So I'll just take it one at a time. I'll first gather the hem of this puff to my actual sleeve hem. I have gone ahead to gather it to the hem. You can see this is the actual sleeve, and this is the puff sleeve that I've gathered back to my hem size. So what I'm going to do now is to lift the upper part. Remember, the upper part is also bigger as well. We just shaped out the armhole. The 32 inches is still there. So now this is also bigger than what I have on my actual sleeve, so I'm going to gather this to fix the head of the sleeve as well. I've done this for the second sleeve, and you can see what it looks like now. You can see how puffy my sleeve is looking like. So like I said, if you want it puffier than this, you just need to add to your measurements. I don't want mine to be too big because I'm placing it on a sleeve that's on a dress that is big. So what I'm doing next now is to go ahead and sew this upper part, that's the band. I'm going to sew it into this sleeve that I have here, and then I'll have it as one single sleeve. So these rough edges, they are going to be tucked inside this, and this is what it's going to look like. So now I'm going to sew this armhole area to my armhole. So I have sewn it, and you can see what it looks like. So the band is fixed to it as well. So now I'm just going to fold this and then blend the armhole area properly, and I'm going to recheck it with my actual armhole. If it's too big for the armhole, I'm going to reduce it by the sides. Okay, so hopefully I have exactly what I need. But basically this is what the puff sleeve looks like now. So you just go ahead and sew this to your armhole, and then here this part is also a little bit bigger, so you can just fold it inside like this and sew. Or if you want to sew it on the same length as you have this one, you just need to gather it. But I'm just going to fold mine upwards just to match up with what I have on this side, and that's how I'm going to sew it. So I'll go ahead and sew this. I don't want this video to be too long, and then I'll bring it back to show what it looks like. Okay, so I have joined everything now. You can see this is what the full view of the dress looks like. You can see the two sides is joined together now. So after that, I fixed this puff sleeve on it. It's a puff sleeve without elastic, and you can see how beautiful and puffy it is.